Alright guys, welcome to Physiques by Andell. Today is April 19th, 2014. Today I have a superset leg routine for you. In this workout, I'm training quadriceps and hamstrings at the same time. And the whole point of a superset is to go from one exercise right to another with very little rest in between. And it's real good for people trying to cut up because you're just going to put more stress on the body, more stress on your fat cells. You're going to burn more calories as you work out. So the first exercise I did was a leg press. I started with a medium width press, then I went to a close grip press with my feet touching. Now for the medium press, you're going to target all areas of your quadriceps as well as a little bit of inner thigh. For the feet touching press, you're really going to emphasize the outer part of your quadriceps and mainly the quadriceps. And for the up or the wide stance leg press, you're really going to feel it in the glutes and the hamstrings as well as the inner thighs. And a little bit of quadriceps as well, but it really focuses on the glutes and the hamstrings and the inner thighs. The next superset I decided to do was a lunge with a stiff-legged deadlift. And because I was doing higher reps, I wasn't really worried about using heavy weights. So I just had 30-pound dumbbells in each hand. I did about 7 reps or so either way. And now I'm just going back. There's a couple ways you can do lunges. You can either do it where your foot just goes directly in front of the other. I have pretty good balance, so I can do it this way. If you don't have as good balance, you may want to put your feet together and make sure you get your balance before you step ahead. So like I said, I finished the walking lunges and I grabbed a 100-pound barbell and I did some stiff-legged deadlifts. Now the whole point of a stiff-legged deadlift is to put more stress on the hamstring and glute area. So if any female is really trying to get their butt better, this is a real good exercise for you. But for me, I'm not really focused on my butt, I'm focused on my hamstrings, and that's where my mind-muscle connection is right now. I'm focused on my hamstrings during the entire movement. As I bend down, I make sure I get a good stretch, and as I come up, I contract and I squeeze my hamstrings. So I kept the reps high and I did about 15 reps. The next superset I did, I went to the Smith machine barbell rack. Now I don't usually use this too much, but it's real good in this instance because I don't have to worry about balance and I can just focus on working the quadriceps. Now the first squat I did was with my feet touching. This really emphasizes the outer part of your quadriceps. Anytime you have your feet close together, you pretty much negate your inner thighs and you focus a lot more on the quadriceps and the outer part of your thighs. So if you're trying to get wider legs, this is a real good exercise. This is a real good way of squatting with your feet closer together. And right after the feet close together squats, I went to a wider stance. And this one is real good for the inner thighs. So for anyone trying to get the inner thighs better, more toned up, so for instance females, my female clients, what I do, I have them do wide stance squats, sumo squats, and wide stance leg presses. It really forces the tension on the inner part of your thigh as well as the quadriceps. So with each exercise, once again, I kept the reps high. I did about 10 reps per exercise. And as you can see, when I originally said as far as a superset, I go from one exercise right to another. This video is not edited. I'm shooting I'm editing it as I did it. So I did one superset right to another without any rest in between. And after the second set of squats, I went to step back lunges. This is just a different way of doing lunges. It feels a little different. You know, you could always switch things up just a little differently to make the muscle react a little differently because your body gets used to the same things if you do it over and over. So once in a while, I would switch it up and do step back lunges with dumbbells. This time I decided to keep it on the Smith machine squat rack and do step back lunges over here. So I did 5 per side. And the last superset exercise I did, I went to the lying leg curl machine and I did 3 different types of leg curls. The first one is the standard one with my feet about 8 inches apart, and this pretty much targets the entire hamstring muscle evenly. The mid, the inner, and a little bit of outer. So I kept the reps nice and precise, not too much swinging motions, and then I went straight to the feet touching. This one really targets the inner thigh. You're definitely still going to feel in the hamstrings, but you're going to definitely incorporate some more inner thigh than you would at a regular stance leg curl. And then I lowered the weight, and then I just went to one leg at a time. This is a great way. I said this in the previous video, but if you have a dominant side, this is a great way to make sure that both muscles are getting worked evenly when you're fatigued. Because when you're tired, your dominant side tends to take over if you're doing both sides at the same time. So I did 5 with the left, switched to the right, went right back to the left, and I finished off with the right. So this is a leg superset workout. If you want to switch things up, add a little variation to your workout, try some of these exercises. So thanks for watching. And once again, guys, please subscribe to my channel.